Hi there, Flag Up Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make a traditional Spanish tomato soup. It's usually served cold, or you can serve it warm. It's called a gazpacho, and the joy of this is it's really simple to make. You use fantastic fresh ingredients straight from the garden, and let's see what we've got. So because it's going to be blended anyway, you don't need to do a lot in terms of preparation, but I've just prepped a little bit. So what I've got here is some red pepper, which I've just chopped into chunks. Half of a cucumber, which I've peeled and then just chopped into slices and then halved. Red onion, so I've got half of a red onion, show you that there, red onion, half of one of those. And some garlic at the back here. Now these little garlic, I've got 4 of these. I've chopped up roughly here. If you've got larger ones, just 2 larger ones will be fine. And they're all going to go into the blender. And then I've also got some red wine vinegar, some olive oil, salt and pepper, and optional, but a bit of cumin, which I think gives it that lovely little bit of extra heat and taste. So let's get going. And this is so easy to do that I've got my blender bowl here. And I'm just going to put all of these ingredients into the blender. First, let me just show you quickly how to chop one of these tomatoes. Stem side down, chop it in half, and then bridge, 1, 2, done. Don't try and chop it this way, because it's really hard to get the skin to work. Always turn it over. 1, 2, 3, done. Okay. Onto the blender bowl. So this is all going to go in there. So I'm going to try and avoid spilling anything. In goes my cucumber. In comes my tomatoes. I've got some little yellow tomatoes in here because they're lovely sweeter, so there's a flavour. There we go. Roll it all into the bowl. And then we've got my chopped red pepper to give it a bit of extra flavour and texture. In goes the red onion, there we go, and my garlic. That's it. Alright, let's see if we can move this up a little bit so you can see what's happening. There we go. Right, so to that I'm going to add just a splash of red wine vinegar. If you've got sherry vinegar, that's perfect. It's more traditional. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Look. It doesn't matter if it goes slightly over. In traditional recipes of this, there's a lot more olive oil goes into it, but I think 4 is probably enough for this recipe. Use a little bit more when we present it at the end, which I'll show you. Go. In it goes. Then a good zip of pepper, this is black pepper, ground black pepper. As you can see, this is going to take, 5 minutes, including prepping the veg before you're whizzing it up. A good seasoning of salt. Remember, you can always add some more salt later. And then, for me, a teaspoon of the magic ingredient, which is cumin powder. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put my lid on, and then I'm going to put it onto my blitzer, and we'll try and go up a bit so you can see what's happening, and we'll whiz it up. A bit noisy, so apologise, but here we go. I find it easier to stop and then restart a little bit with these, so you make sure it all drops in, you get it properly mixed in. And keep doing this as long as you want. The longer you do it, the smoother it is. If you want a bit of texture, you could stop at this point. now I'm going to just have a little taste, check that seasoning. That's almost spot on, just a little bit more salt in there, bring out flavour, and a little bit more cumin. So I'm now going for an extra half a teaspoon of cumin. Give that a quick blitz. Okay, another quick taste. Wash my spoon. Oh, that is delicious. So, take it off there. What I'm going to do now is going to pour this into another jug. You can leave it in this if you want to. And I'm going to pop it into the fridge for about 2 hours. It needs to be really well chilled. So a couple of hours in the fridge. And then we'll bring it out and I'll show you how I would serve this. Okay, so it's been in the fridge now for just like 2.5 hours. If you think the consistency is not right for you, you want it a little bit thicker, then you can take a slice of white bread, take the crusts off, slice it into pieces, put it in here to soak for about 10 minutes, then whiz it up again in your blender. That will thicken it up a little bit. Personally, I don't need that. So it's good texture. So in the meantime, I've just prepared some little decorations for the serving. So I've got some pieces of yellow pepper to contrast with the red. I've got some pieces of cucumber, peeled and diced. I've got the hearts, the seeds bit of, in this case, my little yellow tomato. To get these out, you just use a teaspoon, just scoop them out. And then you can just eat this, which is perfect. I've then got some basil and simple basil leaf. The secret with these is just slice them once, don't try and cut them multiple ways, otherwise they bruise and go dark and sort of a wet colour. So it adds a lovely fragrance there. And then I have got a little bit of olive oil and some black pepper. So you can put all kinds of different toppings on if you want to. You put croutons on it. So what we'll do is get these out of the way, bring our bowl in. So we've got a nice bowl. I'll ladle in some of my lovely gazpacho. You don't want big servings of this typically, so I'm reliably informed. There we go. If it's a really hot day, you can even put ice cubes in this, which will chill it down even further. So now I'm just going to add in my little toppings. Let's create a little decoration on top. There we go. A cucumber. Get a little stack, it's quite nice. Get my little bits of tomato seeds. And then put on basil leaves. Twisted pepper, and then finishing off with a little swirl of olive oil. And there we have it. Perfect gazpacho. So if you want to see more of this, then just subscribe to the channel. It just means free. It just means you'll get some notifications when I post new videos. Or there's a website now, which is www.theflatcapchef.com. The Flat Cap Chef is all one word, and we'll be back soon with more. There we go. Done.